incidentally, that car 0 is being driven by Leo Gagan, which will be of interest to, there it is, which will be interest to New South Wales viewers in particular.
So we've got the Gagan brothers back together again.
Brothers together again. Cars are just on a one-lap
The cars are doing a warm-up lap now and going away. There's the car we were talking about, Leo Gagan driving the Porsche of Alan Hamilton's. Leo Gagan actually is driving several cars today. He came second earlier in the South Australian-built Varana 272, which is normally raced by Malcolm Ramsey from the 5AD City State team. And we'll have the opportunity of seeing him racing in the Formula 5000 Formula 2 event later on, the final of the Repco Birthday Series. There's Brian Thompson's car just going through the S's. Quite a big field in this race. We have further back in the grid, we have car number 13, which is Brian Mayman from New South Wales in a black XU1 Tirana. John Mann in car number 54. 96 is a very interesting little motor car. It's an R10 Renault driven by Bruce Watt. Not such a terribly quick car, but quite an immaculately prepared motor car, this one. But moving back towards the front of the grid, we've got John Harvey on pole position, car number 76, the Repco Tirana from the Bob Jane team, and beside him for the Grace Brothers team in New South Wales, champion driver Ian Gagan, almost about to get a bucket full of water thrown over him at that stage, but I imagine that the boys were, it's not a bucket of water, it's a battery actually. It's the battery they use for starting if the car does need starting, an extra assistance for starting. But behind them we have Bob Jane in car number 7, the Holden Monaro 350 GDS, and Brian Thompson in car number 17, which is the Chevrolet V8 powered Tirana. Behind them we've got Brian Mayman from New South Wales in the black Tirana, and John Mann in the Colpage Ford from Footscray car. This is the not a GDHO, but a Falcon 500. We're just waiting for the flag, which won't be very much longer now. Car number 47, the white Tirana, is Peter Woodward from Woodward Lounge Marts. Harold Platt beside him in the little lightweight Mini. 30 seconds to go. Car number 19 is Russell Morgan in the Ron Brownrigg car from out of Blackburn. Lightweight Mini. Bruce Watt in car number 96, the R10 Renault, sponsored by Grosvenor Fire Extinguishers, as you can see, and a man that puts his trust in Repco too, by the look of it. Car number 9, on the opposite side of him, is David Robertson in the Capri V8. 10 seconds to go now for this, the 10-lap final of the Marlboro Trophy Series. The flag is up and down it goes, and John Harvey gets a great start too. They race down towards the Repco corner for the first time. Brian Thompson hops in behind Bob Jane, and Pete Gagan on the outside looks as though he might just snatch second spot, but doesn't quite do it. And yes, he does. He comes up on the inside of Bob Jane, squeezed through into second place, but Jane is holding him out as they race up the straight. They're neck and neck as they come up towards Toyota corner, and it's going to be Gagan's corner, I'd say, because he's on the inside and he's not likely to give it away. And there he goes, slipped through into second place now with Bob Jane third. The big Falcon hangs the tail out as Pete Gagan puts his boot into it. Brian Thompson on the inside, and already Leo Gagan is up there in fifth position after a tremendous start from the back of the grid. So there we have it as they come out now out of Glowweave corner. The order is John Harvey in the Tirana Repco, followed by the Grace Brothers Falcon, then Brian Thompson, then Bob Jane coming up on the inside of Thompson as they sweep down into the right-hander. Jane has certainly got the power down the straight, but just almost didn't outbrake Brian Thompson as they went through the right-hander. Leo Gagan was back there in fifth position in the white Porsche. Coming up along this back straight now, and there you can see David Robertson's car going through, followed very closely by car number 13, and Gagan has spun off. He spun off down there at the bottom at Repco corner as they went through, and this has put him right at the back of the field, so he's got some work, got his work cut out now to try and catch these flying leaders once more. Harvey takes it steadily as he comes through Repco corner, then powerful on Pete Gagan, hard behind him, and followed then by Bob Jane, and Brian Thompson right in Bob Jane's slipstream. Then number 47 was Peter Woodward going through too as they race down the straight, and it looks as though it's still Harvey from Gagan. Pete Gagan still in second spot as they come racing out of Repco corner now onto Dunlop Straight, followed by Bob Jane, then Brian Thompson out in the dirt at this stage. but dropped back just a little bit and come through. And here coming down into Repco corner is Leo Gagan. Leo Gagan, 1970 Gold Star champion in open wheelers, and of course the last couple of years has been campaigning the Valiant Chargers. Out of Glowweave corner now, and John Harvey for the Bob Jane team, just slightly ahead of Pete Gagan, Bob Jane, and also number 9 is Robertson. Robertson out of the race at this stage, pulls the Capri V8 off the side of the circuit as the leaders race through again with 3 laps completed. Into Repco corner, and there's very little really separating these first 4 cars. Thompson seems to be having a little bit of handling problem and can't quite keep with them on the tighter sections of the circuit. There's Bob Jane in the Castrol Southern Motors car, racing up into the right-hander at Toyota corner. There's the leader, John Harvey, followed by Pete Gagan, and then John Harvey, then Brian Thompson going through now, and quite a lot of distance back to the next car coming through, which will be Brian Mayman, and there's Brian Mayman in the black Holden XU Underrunner with Peter Woodward right behind him, and the leaders back to the main straight once more. 4 laps completed, 6 to go. John Harvey, Ian Gagan, Bob Jane, and then Brian Thompson in that order as they sweep through Repco corner. There's the big Falcon hanging the tail right out, and this time Jane is much closer, gets out into the dirt a little bit there, perhaps lost a few yards or so, but closing up very, very rapidly on Gagan. Into Toyota corner, Harvey through first, followed by Gagan out fairly wide. Bob Jane, a much tighter and neater line, comes through, loses less time getting through there than Gagan, and is whittling this lead of Gagan's back in second spot. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Bob Jane can get past. He might even throw out a challenge then to John Harvey. Down the straight they come now. John Harvey down Marlboro straight, followed by Gagan in the Brace Brothers car, then Bob Jane. And Brian Thompson seems to have dropped back quite considerably now and has lost quite a bit of ground. Pushing around through some of the slower cars now. John Harvey, having lapped one of the tail enders, races up Dunlop straight. Power full on as he comes up to the corner, and the nose drops slightly. Pete Gagan still in second spot, but only very, very narrowly in second place now. And because Bob Jane is pushing him, he's moved up a little bit closer to John Harvey. Through Motorcraft, up the Glowweave corner now, and here's where Bob Jane is really throwing out the challenge. The Monaro handling better than the Falcon at this stage. He's right in the slipstream now and could possibly pull out and pass him. They're doing about 140 miles an hour as they race down past Coca-Cola, and Jane has slipped through on the right-hand side now and is able to corner much closer in. And Gagan's gone straight on. He's gone straight on round to Repco, down the escape road. Brian Thompson's gone through in third place now, and Pete Gagan is back in the race. Well, that's not the way to go round Repco corner, and I think Pete Gagan will be kicking himself because brother Leo is closing up on him now and coming into Repco corner. But there are the leaders, sweeping up the Glowweave once more. This time when they come around, it'll be 7 completed and 3 to go. John Harvey now looks in the rear-view mirror. All he can see is the big red Monaro with an angry-looking Bob Jane because he wants to be out there in front. And Bob Jane is narrowing the gap down to John Harvey every lap as they sweep into Repco corner this time in front of Russell Morgan's little car, a little lightweight Mini. Brian Thompson in third spot. Pete Gagan in fourth place is quite a long way behind now. And there's Jane, crouched over the wheel in characteristic fashion. Bob Jane brings the big car up, hits the brakes hard, and he'll throw it into Toyota corner. There he goes, sweeps it round. The car certainly handling very, very well now. And he's narrowing this gap down to his number 1 driver, John Harvey. Through Glowweave corner, out onto Marlboro straight. This time it's 8 down, 2 to go. They're coming up the lap Bruce Hindhoff now, in Norm Gowan, at least in car number 43. There's Bob Jane sweeping down now, and I think Harvey's got the message to keep his foot down harder and try and stay in front of the boss. John Harvey, Bob Jane with Norm Gowan, the meat in the sandwich there for a moment, but now he's been passed by Bob Jane, and Jane chases Harvey into Toyota corner. There's Bob Jane coming through in second spot. The third car has been lapped, of course. There's Brian Thompson now coming. Brian Thompson in car number 17, the Tirana. And further back we have Pete Gagan Russell Morgan then is the next one through, but he's been lapped too. And a little bit further back, we should be able to pick up Leo Gagan in the white Porsche. There he comes, Leo Gagan, car number 0, as he comes through Toyota Corner. Out at Repco Corner, and once again it's Bob Jane chasing John Harvey. John Harvey with only half a lap to go now. It's do or die for Bob Jane this time. If he wants to win this, he's certainly got to go a little bit harder, because John Harvey has a lead of about 50 or 60 metres on him. Perhaps not quite so much as they sweep around through Motorcraft and up towards Glowweave Corner. John Harvey has the race well and truly won now at this stage. As he comes around, he only has to accelerate to the line, and here he comes, power full on. It's John Harvey that's going to take the checkered flag this time, ahead of the boss, Bob Jane. Bob Jane makes it. John Harvey and Bob Jane make it 1-2 for the Bob Jane Castrol, Bob Jane Total team, and Brian Thompson takes third place, with Pete Gagan coming through in fourth position, and Leo Gagan will take out fifth place driving the Porsche. Certainly bad luck for Ian Gagan to go off the end down at Repco Corner, just a few laps from home. There's Leo Gagan coming through now, and John Harvey is receiving the acknowledgement of the crowd as he goes through. David Mattingly.
Right, we'll be back, Adrian, with the presentation by Yvonne DiCarlo of the Marlboro Trophy to John Harvey after this message from the studio.